down here giving you an update on my off-grid battery bank uh, exchange or upgrade on this. So let me see if I can turn this camera around. By the way, happy Thanksgiving. I hope everyone has a wonderful time with their families this Thanksgiving. If you're looking for items for preparation, Berkey water filters, seed banks, herbal books, gardening materials, so forth, go to ldsprepperstore.com. And right now, we have our everything in the store is on sale for Thanksgiving sale. So just want to give you a heads up on that. But let's switch the camera here and see if we can't show you the new battery bank update. Come on, let's switch over. All right, so here we go. Here we go. We got the Simplify 3.8 kilowatt hour battery bank here, and I've got 12 of them. We're just ready to go ahead and cover up all the wiring, but before we did that, I wanted to give you an idea of the update. So right here in this same location, we had our custom shelving made, and we had 16 lead acid batteries, and those were the crown batteries made specifically for solar. The things I did not like about them is that, of course, it was, the best technology 7 years ago when I built the system. But the uh, difference is that they had to be cared for. And so I was putting, distilled water in them once a month. And that was a concern of mine in an off-grid situation where I may not have readily available distilled water, or I could run out of my supply. And using a distiller on solar power is not a wise use of power. So those batteries lasted a long time. I had a desulfator on them. They were in great shape. I had them recently tested. They were in really good shape for being as old as they were. And I just wanted to replace them with these particular batteries here. Now, I bought these batteries from Kevin at thepowersource.com. I think that's what it is, or thepowerhouse.com. I will put a link below this video. They had them in stock. They had them at the best price. Kevin was a dream to work with. And within a week of ordering them, I had them here at my house. So what do I have here? I've got 12 batteries, the 3.8 kilowatts each. That means I've got about 45 kilowatts. Initially, I had 41 kilowatts. So I've got about 3 more kilowatts than I had before. But the big difference that you need to understand between these batteries is not that I have 3 more kilowatt hours than I had with the lead acid batteries, is that those lead acid batteries had to be maintained, and they off gas. And so you can actually see the piping here that goes outside of our house to off gas, and it was a completely enclosed container here. So, but the big difference is this: those lead acid batteries, and all lead acid batteries, can only be drained down safely to 50%. And so if you have 41 kilowatt hours of lead acid batteries, you actually only have half of that in useful battery before you have to recharge that battery. So I basically only had 20 and a half kilowatt hours of batteries. And we actually drained those batteries out pretty quickly as we were testing them, load usage and so forth in a simulated off-grid situation. With these batteries, these lithium iron phosphate batteries, they have you can drain them down safely to 80%. Some even say 100%, but certainly safely to 80%. So that's a 30% more increase in the battery bank. But the big difference in that is with lead acid batteries, I could recycle those or cycle them 500 times. These I can cycle 10,000 times. That's 20 times more power in these batteries that don't off gas and need zero maintenance than I could in the lead acid batteries. So so these batteries literally last 20 times longer than the lead acid batteries. Now, the 16 lead acid batteries that I had here before cost me about $5,000. So if I was replacing those on a dollar per dollar, of course I can't buy them. I can't replace those for $5,000 today, but um, I would have to be paying $100,000 to replace those batteries to get 20 times more the power. But the thing about these batteries, it didn't cost me $100,000 to replace the batteries. Uh, Kevin had the best prices on these batteries. It cost me about $29,000, including all these heavy duty brackets and the bolts, the screws that they came with, and including shipping. So for $29,000 and some change, I was able to get 20 times more power, stored power capability, recharge power capability than with the lead acid batteries. Where if I were to continue to replace those lead acid batteries, it would be a cost of $100,000. Now, 10,000 cycles is, divide that by 365 days in a year will give you how many years those will last. I forget the math, but it's pretty phenomenal. You may say, well, I don't need 10,000 cycles. Well, I don't know what I'm going to need or how often I'm going to be draining them or using them in a complete off-grid situation. But I'm really, really glad to have these. And if you are looking for an upgrade, I do recommend this particular brand. They're not the cheapest. I think they are, in my opinion, one of the very best, if not the best quality battery, quality company themselves. And they are the safest lithium batteries you can buy because they're lithium iron phosphate, and there's something in there that they don't have that other batteries that have a tendency to explode have in them. So they're the safest battery. You can go to Simplify's website and learn more about that. Anyway, so we are doing great here in the system. It's a cloudy, cold morning, but we've got all of the charge controllers producing electricity. We've got our EMP shields protecting all of our charge controllers over here. Right now, we are not sending power to the grid, but all the batteries are. Oh, let's see. They are completely charged. So just want to give you an update. Very, very happy. I'll let you know in a future video here shortly on what our experience has been with off-grid in the last year since we upgraded our solar panels also. So if you're considering about solar and you're looking for possible batteries, I would recommend taking a look at this particular brand. I'll also have Kevin's link down below this video. I don't get any compensated at all. I bought these at full price from him. I just think, there was a lot of calls and back and forth with many companies. And if I can save you some time and some money and have you work with great people, I'm glad to share that. So very happy with the upgrade. We'll go ahead and get this all enclosed in here. This will be all enclosed, so this is all safe. And wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and hope that you are preparing for the dark winter and that you've got your energy sources lined up so that when or if the grid goes down or the lights go out because of winter storms or whatever may happen, that you are all set and protected. This is LDS Prepper reminding you, if ye are prepared, ye shall not fear.